I think Green Bay just had a really good start, and all year we've been a front leading team. We get to establish some things. We mix in the run, play action. Dak really gets going. But when you get down 21 so early, it's hard, bro. Like, cause it's almost pass every time. So they got to get into their blitzes, get into their scheme. Schematically, they was just clicking on all cylinders. And when you clicking on all cylinders, it's hard to win.
Hey, what up, YouTube, the Cowboy Nation? I'm back with another video, man. Now, my last video, I told y'all I've been MIA for about a week now. So I got some catching up to do. So a lot of you guys probably already seen this clip before, but bear with me. But that was Micah Parsons, starting linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys, talking about what happened in the Green Bay Packer loss. I'll tell y'all what happened. We got mollywopped, but according to Micah Parsons, it's hard to come back from 21-0. And a lot of you guys blame Dak Prescott for that. But we'll get to that later on in the video. But in this next clip, he's going to talk about how Jerry Jones is the best owner. A lot of NBA players, a lot of NFL players tell him he's the best owner. Now, I agree with him, but then I don't agree with him. Check it out.
Yeah, so that's what I like about Jay, and which I was dope. I think Jay's one of the best GM, owners that I've been around. And not even just I've been around because I've only been on one team, but from what I've heard from other NBA and NFL players. And it's just like this, in Super Bowl, Jerry sees me walking out the win. Jerry was at the win. He says, "Hey, you going to the Super Bowl?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going." He said, come see us. And I was like, "Hey, you got any extra tickets? You know, I got some homeboys that want to come." Jerry sends me 4 extra tickets to the Super Bowl suite. And we just sit and talk from before the game until the whole half about players I want to bring in, players I want to be around, who do I need, who do I want to be with, future of our team. And that's just dope to have that type of feedback with an owner that, you know, loves to hear your ideas and what you think and where the team can be. And, you know, Jerry's been, you know, pretty amazing about that with my family and stuff like that. So I've had them conversations with him, and we spoke for 2-3 hours just in the Super Bowl alone.
Now, what he said right there, we got to just agree to disagree. Because in my opinion, that don't make you a good GM. That might make you a good owner or maybe a good friend, but that don't make you a good GM. You better be careful, Michael. Jerry going to put you underneath this wing, and then when it's come time for you to get your money, he going to start telling you, "You remember them Super Bowl tickets I gave you? I'm going to need that hometown discount." But Michael do get into some players that he told Jerry he needed. So we're going to listen to that now. We're going to come back and break it down. Check it out.
So I told Jerry, I said, look at every team that kind of was in that Final Four. Who do they have?
City, San Francisco, Detroit.
Okay. Who did Baltimore have? A great linebacker core, right? Who did San Fran have? Great linebacker core. KC, Bolton, and they came along. I said, we need to get another bigger linebacker who's going to come down and I said, we need to get a super 330 nasty interior. Look how Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave caused havoc in, you know, the last 2 games. Look at, you know, how Ali McNeil, Detroit, and they front with Hutchinson and all them. You know, it's just certain things where I was pinpointing, we can build in this because we're slim. Like, we have guys, and I think Osa's been great for us, and you know, but we just need a big old 330, can't move. Because I saw the way Chris Jones affected that Super Bowl, and I was like, my God. Like,
now that clip right there was Micah Parsons talking about the conversation he had with Jerry Jones about what he feel we need on this team, position-wise and players-wise. He said we need linebackers and big dudes that hog up the middle, kind of like Chris Jones. Micah, you do know Jerry ain't listening to nothing you saying, man. Jerry was just having a casual conversation with you, talking shit, swallowing spit. That's it. That's all Jerry was doing. Jerry want people that come up off in here and sell jerseys, bruh. And if you can't sell no jerseys and make Jerry Jones some more paper, man, Jerry Jones ain't listening to you, man. Facts. He's just not. At least from what he's shown us in the past, he's not. But we also need a help our running game out, Michael. You didn't really touch on that. But let's get into Dak Prescott. Y'all know we had to touch on it. So in this next clip right here, we're going to listen to Micah Parsons defend Dak on that loss to the Green Bay Packers. Check it out.
We gave up 40 plus as a defense.
You down 48-16.
So
he threw a pick.
So
he threw an interception before that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. See, if you're trying to play the pick and name game, then that's losing culture. At some point, your defense, even when Mahomes threw that pick in the Super Bowl, what does defense do?
Stop.
At some point, your quarterback's not always going to be trifling perfect. The greatest quarterback isn't trifling perfect. At some point, your defense got to say, hey, we're going to get a stop. And defense wins championships. How many points did Kansas City had Lamar Jackson to? 10 points. Defense wins championships. Patrick Mahomes didn't put up more than. If your quarterback gives you 21 points, you're bound to win the game. How many points did in regulation did the 49ers hold Patrick Mahomes to?
Just going to ignore the fact that Green Bay got up 14-0 to y'all, and then Dak throws an interception. It's up 20-0. Then he throws a pick six.
Wasn't Mahomes down 10-0 when he threw the pick to Tig?
Now, for those of you who have watched my video and be up off of my live sometime, this is what I've been saying. I've been saying this from a while now. And for all those out there that ain't subscribed to my channel, so you're a first-time viewer, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and always jump in that comment section. But I've been saying this the whole time. I give Dak some blame. I give him some blame. We got a pie here. He got a piece of that pie. He got a percentage of it. I give him some of the blame, but I don't give him all the blame. The defense gotta get stops. Patrick Mahomes, he mentioned it, threw a pick in the Super Bowl. They came back and won. Tom Brady years ago in the Super Bowl, down 28-3. They came back and won. The defense gotta get stops. They gotta get stops. Detroit and San Francisco. Detroit was up. San Francisco came back. Why? Because they got stops. Or they stopped running the ball too, but still, they got stops. Can we all agree on that? If you don't agree with me, put in the comment section why you don't agree with me. But in this next clip right here, we're going to talk about Micah Parsons and why he feel like Dak Prescott should have been the league MVP. Check it out.
Now, I want to know why Dak shouldn't have been MVP. Why he should have been MVP.
Excuse me? Are you asking me? Dak Prescott the MVP? You sitting here telling me that you believe that Dak Prescott should have been the league MVP?
I thought he should have had more votes.
Okay, we can make that.
I'm not saying the fact that he didn't have one first place vote.
Maybe because they wait.
Y'all want to keep him under the bus. Y'all want to keep trying to bury that man.
Dak Prescott's under the bus?
Y'all trying to keep. He had the best QBR, led the league in passing. He had the best touchdown to interception ratio. Oh, besides CJ Stroud, second to CJ Stroud.
You do recognize.
His QBR is better than Lamar. How does he not get a first place vote? His defense won the triple crown.
Now, let me start off by saying this, because I know how a lot of you guys are. This is not no shot to Lamar Jackson. I like Lamar Jackson. I think he's great. But the man had the best defense in the league. Y'all heard Micah talk. Dak Prescott don't get not one vote. Not one. The man won a triple crown. His defense won the triple crown. And this man, Dak Prescott, we're not going to even get into his stats, because I can go on his stats. He led the league in touchdowns. He had like 30 has 700 yards. We can get into all that. But he don't get not one vote. Keep going, Mike.
I just think y'all analyze everyone differently. Besides Patrick Mahomes,
Right.
what other quarterback in the AFC has accomplished anything to get more credit than Dak?
Joe Burrow. Josh Allen.
Did he finish?
No. But they got further.
It doesn't matter how far you get. If you're going home and you're not tearing the ring, it doesn't matter.
So you go to the NFC Championship.
It doesn't matter. If we get sent home, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's no different.
It doesn't matter.
Getting bounced in a wild card game?
It's no difference.
Oh, come on, man. That's ridiculous.
All you doing is you just get more hope. But if you are not the Super Bowl champion, it does not matter what you've accomplished. It doesn't matter if you're an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. It doesn't matter. If you're not the Super Bowl champion, it doesn't matter. You haven't accomplished anything. That does not. When you go to the Hall of Fame, or you do anything, does it say made an NFC Championship final?
No.
It gives you a Pro Bowl, or All-Pro, and Super Bowl. Those are the only three things that they consider. They don't say, oh, you made it to the NFC Championship, you deserve this.
Bro.
If you do not win the big one, it does not matter.
I understand that.
Jalen Hurts' year went to shit once Patrick Mahomes won that Super Bowl last year.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson year went to shit the moment that Patrick Mahomes beat him in the
But they got there.
It doesn't matter if you got there if you don't win when you get there.
Man, Mike could be watching me. Man, Mike could be watching me. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I know I'm just joking, but this dude's saying the same thing I've been saying. A lot of these dudes be in my comment section. Trade Dak. Get rid of Dak. I don't care what you do with Dak. Just get him out of here. Then I ask him, well, why you want to get rid of Dak? Man, Dak ain't won nothing. He ain't did this. Man, none of these dudes done won. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford, and it might be one more. Ain't none of these dudes won. None of them. Keep preaching, Mike.
Do you get a ring for that? Do you get a ring for that?
No,
But I tell you this much.
You get a participation check and you get sent home. No parade, no nothing. No parade, no nothing. I'm not giving out. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving participation because you're trying to take away Dak Prescott's career. But what has anybody else in the league accomplished besides Patrick Mahomes? It has been Brady, Patrick Mahomes.
They've done more than that.
Josh Allen almost made it to the NFL Super Bowl.
He made it to an AFC Championship.
It doesn't matter. He couldn't beat the number one guy. It doesn't matter. He couldn't beat the number one guy. He couldn't beat the number one guy.
Joe Burrow beat the number one.
And then he lost to Stafford. And then he lost to Stafford. He lost to Stafford.
All right, man. Ain't no participation trophies. Ain't no participation rings around here. So for all you guys that be in my comment section telling me about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow and all these other people, if you don't like Dak Prescott and you want to get rid of him, I don't have no problem with that. But just at least give me a reasonable example or at least reasonable excuse. Stop telling me about these other guys because they haven't won nothing. And until they win a Super Bowl, I don't want to hear about it. I just don't. According to you guys, every year Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl, it should be 31 other teams willing to trade their quarterback because they didn't win. But until the next one, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, and jump in that comment section. Peace.